Welcome to another Sunday morning coffee for Sunday, November 3rd, 2019. It's been a minute. I have some McCafe here from McDonald's. Yeah, I made my own coffee this morning, but then I went to the grocery store, did my shopping for the week, and so here I am. There's some links in there for anybody that wants to join in. Hey, what up, TD? If you want, you can click on the links and join in. And we can talk about kind of whatever, really, on the Sunday morning coffee show. I haven't done one of these in ages now, but I am enjoying a large. Well, I was enjoying a large coffee from McDonald's. Got out of the grocery store, went to McDonald's because it's literally right next to it in the same parking lot there. Got some coffee and got three of their oatmeal raisin cookies. I kind of like their McDonald's oatmeal raisin cookies. So it's a nice little treat while you're having your coffee. But I already crushed that cup. I already crushed that first cup from that I made here, and then crushed that other first cup. Now I just poured me some more of my own coffee in this cup since I already had it. Um, but yeah, I thought, hey man, it's about time to do one of these. You know what I'm saying? So got TD up there. Says, what up, Joe? And good to see you, man. TD's popped in here and there, man, for quite a while now. Hey, we got Craig in there. Morning, son. Good to see you, man. Good to see you. Um, Hopefully you guys can see the links. If you want to jump in, you're more than welcome to. We got Hans on there. Hey, dudes, how's the coffee? Hey, man, the coffee is great. The coffee is great. I was um, checking out Rune. For anybody that don't know Rune, you're not familiar with Rune. This is what Rune looks like. Uh, Rune is another app that ain't cheap, but if you're really into high-end audio, high quality audio, then it's definitely worth it. I was listening to Kim Churchill. Um, this is some of the albums in my catalog that I have. You can see I have. It only has 1,700 albums in here that are mine. I have more, but some I just have to take time to get more in there. But this is the homepage for Rune. I dig it, man. It'll mix your streaming services with your own content, and you know, uh, just give you tons and tons of information. Um, it really, it's just a good, solid program. If I've got Title in here as well, and just really dig it. So that's what I was doing before the show. I was like, man, you know what? You might hear my laundry going in the background because I'm doing laundry as well. Sunday's my day when I get ready for the week, get ready for the work week. So do my grocery shopping, knock out the laundry, clean up a little bit, and in like a half hour watch football. But the Rams have a bye this week, so that was another incentive to get out here and do a show, man. We got more comments in here. Coach is saying, "Hey, good morning." And we've got Hans in here. What type of coffee? I love coffee, by the way. Yeah, right now I'm having uh I don't know if it's Nicaraguan. I just kind of reached today and grabbed something and put it in the coffee maker. I was having McDonald's coffee, as you can tell. But that, like I said, that was when I was at the grocery store. And do you have issues with StreamYard on? Oh, Did you have? Yeah, I did last night, as a matter of fact. And messaged StreamYard right away, and they get back to you immediately, boom, like that. Um, and they sent me a link. He sent me a, well, I'll just say they sent me a link to set, for my settings in Mac OS, because I'm on an iMac, and of course I have Catalina, the new update, but my settings were already set to what they said I should do, and it was already there. So there was something else going on uh, with StreamYard, but by the time and this all happened on the show. I was doing it. It took up the whole pre-show, and then I ended up doing it on the show as well. So the whole first, I don't know, probably 10 minutes of the show was just me trying to get the technical things straight. And with the show, I ended up having to download Firefox, and then I still couldn't share the screen. The whole thing was being able to share the screen. That was the whole issue. What last night was being able to share the screen, and I couldn't do that, and that was very aggravating. So I tried using Firefox. Oh my god, Firefox sucks. At least for me, I don't like it. I didn't get a chance to really dive in and use it real well, but it was kind of really quick while I was recording the show, and so it's not really fair to Firefox. But it wasn't. I wasn't able to share the screen the way I can in Chrome, and then I couldn't share the audio, which is a major problem for this well, for the Share Beer. So tried it for a few minutes, and then I said, let me try and switch back to Chrome and see how that's working now, and it was working, and here we are. So, and it was like probably for about 10 minutes it wasn't working right, and then it was working fine after that. But yeah, I did have some problems. Han says nice coffee choices. Yeah, I have a variety of coffees in the house for sure. I do always buy whole bean. Well, I can't say always. Sometimes I will buy coffee that's already ground, but I do like to grind my own coffee. I have a coffee maker that I can just put the beans in, and then it grinds and then brews. I'm looking into getting a new coffee maker. I've had that coffee maker now for since 2004. So I've had that coffee maker for a minute. I love that coffee maker. So because I love being able to, and something about the way it brews coffee. I can use another coffee maker, your regular drip, like just grind uh the beans in another grinder and then put them into that other traditional kind of coffee maker, hot coffee maker. At least I know there's different kinds nowadays, and it just won't permeate the house the same way like my regular one that, like I say, grinds it and brews it. It just will fill the house with coffee for hours and hours and hours. I mean, just all day. Um, I've had delivery people come to the door. They come to the door and they're like, "Oh my God, it smells so good in there." They're like, "It just smells like good coffee." And I'm like, "I know, it's a great smell. I love, there's things that really, when you smell them, you're like, mm. And coffee is one of those smells, isn't it? And bacon, isn't bacon like bacon? I think fresh bread, like you smell fresh, even if you maybe not don't necessarily want bread or you're not eating bread for whatever reason, that even just the smell of bread baking, it's a lot of bees. bread baking is really nice, and then oatmeal cookies, like cookies baking, is nice as well. It's a nice homey type smell, right? And bacon, bacon is a great smell as well. And coffee is just, oh, right? It's just a great. Um, Craig says, yeah, I done a live hangout on Friday evening on Chrome, and for me, a host was frozen out for over an hour. Yeah, uh, it was weird. I don't know. All of a sudden, and Bum brought this up too. He's like, this should have happened on the first day we used StreamYard. Uh, and we didn't have any issues on the first day. So something happened apparently behind the scenes with their engineering or whatever for their program that they're using, their coding. Something happened, but they were on it and they fixed it, I think, because it's working fine now. I can share the screen and stuff right now pretty easily. So um, that part's great. Um, and this is another thing that I like. Before, it was just me reading the comments to you, and you'd have to believe me or not that there was this comment. Now I can put it on the screen, and a lot more people are like myself. I look at the majority of the YouTube. The majority of the YouTube that I see, I guess it's kind of split. Probably 65-35 or so, because I do quite a bit when I'm here at home, at least, looking on my streaming device on my TV. So I actually consume a lot of YouTube on my TV. So every time someone goes, "Yeah, look down in the description below," I'm like, "That doesn't exist, stupid. Like, it's not there." You know what I'm saying? At some point, a lot of people are going to snap that. There's a lot of your consumers that are actually consuming your product on their TV now, and there's no link to nothing. There's no, you know what I'm saying? Nothing happens, man. You're just pointing this way and that way and that way for nothing. You're trying to be clever and you look pretty stupid, so stop doing it. Is what I would advise. You know what I'm saying? I think people pretty much know what to do nowadays. So if there's a link, they'll find it and click it. If not, then just don't try to be clever. And for Christ's sake, quit telling me to to click the bell. Stop it. Stop. I've been on YouTube for 10 years. Stop already. If they want it, they'll get it, man. All right. They know the options by now. They know how to use it. Don't these things annoy you? It does me. I look at a lot of YouTube. What type of coffee makers do you recommend? I grind my beans sometimes. I'm the wrong one to ask. I don't know. I like I said, I've had that coffee maker now for God, like I said, since 2004. How many years is that? 14 years, 15 years? It's been a long time, so I don't know. I really don't. And there's some really good ones now. I thought about getting a new one, and to tell you the truth, a lot of them may have a different brand on them, but they're made by pretty much all the same company. A lot of them are made by Conair. They may have a different name on them or something, but as a truck driver that hauls Conair all the time, I go to Conair. We've got 3 of them here in Phoenix, and they got all sorts of different names on them, but they're all coming from Conair, or they're made by in China from Conair, and they bring them here, and then you know, so I don't know. I would just uh, check out different ones, figure out what you want, because there's a lot of different stuff out there now, um, and some damn good stuff. I've thought about it, but mine, like I said, I've had it for so long. It does a good job. Every month, I make sure to clean it out. You know, I just haven't had a good reason to get rid of it. Yeah, and Craig says the same thing. A bakery aroma. Damn. Yeah, it is, man, it is. When you drive by a bakery when they're going, full bore baking that bread, man, or oof, it is something else. There's even a big pretzel company here. I'm trying to think of the name of them. I'm sure you've heard of them if you like Schneider's or something like that. Schneider's pretzels, something like that. When they're baking those pretzels, my God, I mean, it is just a really good smell. I love that. Coach says my house smells like fresh hangovers. Yeah. Hangovers, no bueno, man. Hangovers is not a good smell, right? I think we all kind of get the gist on that one, man. That is not a good. Yeah, hangovers. Oh, not a good smell at all, man. That is not. Yeah, that's not. Eric's in here, man. What's up? A Portuguese bakery smell early in the morning with bread and pastry baking and plus coffee. Oh man, yeah. Now I never been to Portugal, but I have lived in Germany. I was in the service many moons ago, but I do remember that was one of my favorite things about Germany was getting things incredibly fresh. Now this was in the late 80s, early 90s, but um, I still remember that. I don't know how different it is now, but you just saying that in Portugal gives me the impression some of those things are still true, because the bakeries and the meat markets actually would make fresh things in the morning as well. And God, the smells, like you say, oh my God. And then, yeah, I can imagine with coffee. Mm. And Bombs chiming in, like and subscribe. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? It gets so annoying, doesn't it? It gets like so annoying. So if anybody could see, I'm gonna post this in there again, just so you guys can jump in if you'd like. There's another link. Hey, you guys are more than welcome to jump in if you'd like. That's funny. Bum chimes in, like and subscribe. It gets annoying when you watch a ton of them. Hey, there's Tom. What's up? What's up, Joe? Um. Oh, so Tom says, try joining, but no luck. 404 error. Um. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so uh, well, you know what? Let me try. Maybe they're still having some issues. This could be the weekend. They're having issues. You know what? You know what's fantastic about StreamYard? They have issues, and the guy's active. They're active. Their people are active on here. They watch a lot of their own shows that are on their network, and so they may not watch all the whole show, but they watch a few minutes just to get a drive of what's going on, what's happening on their service. And I applaud them for that, man. They are passionate about what they're doing here, and I I am now a paid member of this service. I'm all in, man. I putting my money where my mouth. Is that right? Money where my mouth was. Is that? Did I say that right? Let me get some more coffee. Hold on a minute. Yeah, because I'm like, did that's I don't know. Anyway, but you know what I mean. So, um, they get on stuff and they fix it, you know, and they try behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? That they'll. So I'm sure if Tom's saying there's a 404 area with trying to jump in, then I'm sure they're on it. Let me get a new link. Maybe it's a fresher link or something, and I'll put that in here. Maybe it changed a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It looks like the same link. It actually is. Yeah, it's the same. I thought maybe because the I had got that link before I went live, so I thought, well, maybe it's slightly different now. But so you're gonna see a ton of links in there, no problem. Um, oh, and then Craig says, "Hey, absolutely, Eric. Hey, there's Tom. What
Hey,
up, brother?
what's up, dude? So I tried joining from the Google just by copying and pasting, and it wouldn't let me.
Oh,
But when I went to the actual YouTube showing and clicked on the link, and then when it allowed me, which is weird.
okay, okay, cool, cool.
So I didn't know if it was just like the copy and paste type of thing that was messing up. Did they just want you to click the link?
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. I don't know, but you got in. That's the main thing there. So that's
Now
good.
we can look each other in the eyes, and
Yeah, now you can hear and everything. Yeah. So what are you consuming right now, man?
I'm consuming a nice morning brew.
Oh,
Oktoberfest Marzen from Berkeley Beer Company. Hey, it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
hey, it's 5 o'clock somewhere, and it's definitely
I'm not
shoot.
judging myself.
Yeah, it's afternoon over there, right? Now, today you guys changed time today, right? From what I hear.
Yeah, so it went back. So instead of 7, it was 6. Yeah, yeah, it's
Okay.
kind of weird. I
So
don't
what
understand why
what
they say
time
do
is
it.
it now for you?
It's lunchtime. It's 11:46.
It's 11:46. Okay.
Yeah,
All right. So now you're 2 hours ahead of me. Okay. All right. Yeah, because for us here in Arizona, see, we don't do any of that weird time changing. What is this stuff you guys speak of? The whole rest of the planet changes time, and we're like one of the few that doesn't. It is awesome, by the way. I mean, one of the things that I absolutely love about living in Arizona is not having to worry about that stupid clock. You know,
yeah.
it used
What?
to mess me up so bad.
It's light out for most of the day out there, right? What's the sunrise and sunset?
Um, the sunset is hitting. Oh man, see now it is weird. I'm not going to say her name, but the S word because the A word over there, she gets hurt if I mention another woman's name. You know what I'm saying? They get
when they
all offended. You know?
when they going to bring in the B word?
Yeah, yeah. All these, these virtual women, they don't like it when you mention another woman's name. You know?
No, they really don't.
They really it's crazy, isn't it? Like the S, she don't like me mentioning the A, and the A don't like me mentioning the S. They get
Jesus.
all hurt, you know?
And sometimes you'll randomly look at your iPad or something like that, and it'll just say a bunch of stuff that you were just saying.
Yeah,
It'll
and
show
then
a
they
bunch of stuff you just said. Like, what the heck's going on here?
yeah, because sometimes I have an iPhone and I'll start, hey, I'll say the A word and then she acts like she don't hear me, because I'm saying another woman's name, you know.
So, hey Siri, I'm leaving with Alexa.
So anyway, on my watch, I see the minute I turn. Oh, then she acts like she. 5:35, by the way, would be sun.
She she acts like she's a part of the situation.
Yeah,
You
act like
know?
you're part of the conversation or whatever you're doing. You know, button in. You know, I
Mm,
think they actually programmed that into her algorithm. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I remember the woman. Because Siri's an actual person. Remember
Right.
the woman that said that she did the
It
sound?
was right. It was this one, and I think that initial lady has retired now or something. It's a different lady now. I think.
Oh, was it?
Mm.
Well, I know the original lady. She was just sent in. They just had her come in and say random all these phrases and everything, and then one day she's like, found out my name, my voice is Siri now. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Let me see.
I wonder if she gets paid though. She must have got. She was probably an independent contractor, got paid once, and signed a bunch of contracts. You know how Apple is.
Yeah. Let's see here. Yeah. See, here's the woman behind the voice of Siri.
We're dying to know, Siri, who is the voice of Siri?
Oops. Oh, I've got to share this.
I am the voice of Siri.
There she is. I kind of got chills. Her real name is Susan Bennett. She's here with
I
us
better
this
mute this because, dear
morning.
God,
Let's ask her question.
Siri's gonna come out.
Well, YouTube will ban me into YouTube hell over here. But yeah, I guess she was the original one.
Wait, they'll ban you? Oh, they'll delete the vlog, something like
The
that.
show, yeah, the show. I already have one banned show on here. It's ridiculous. But yeah, Susan Bennett, the original voice. Now there's a new one now. But yeah, she was the original voice of Siri. Siri. So yeah, that's
that must be weird if you have children and then your children have Apple iPhones.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because your mom is, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like you could do your mama jokes forever with her, couldn't you? You know?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Hey, wouldn't you love to like that was like your boy, like your boys, right? And you're like, hey man, I was talking dirty to your mama last night. Hey man, why your mama listening to me, man? You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, your mama talks dirty to me, man. You know?
It reminded me of the Seinfeld episode when Costanza's mom looks like the doll.
Oh yeah, and he has to turn her away and everything. And the dad starts yelling at the doll when he sees it, and he's like, hey, I told you.
He strongholds the doll.
I like when it's just him and the doll in the diner, you know, and he's yelling at the doll in the diner. Can you imagine a grown ass man nowadays yelling at a doll in a diner? How many videos do you think there'd be of you doing that on YouTube?
And then he walks out, and then the lady thinks he's a maniac. The father was in the car with the wrench.
He is a maniac, you know.
He thought the lady stole the $20. Right? Maniac.
Hans says, use your coffee maker until it's non-functioning. Yeah, I that is exactly the plan. I use Eric says I use a French press or the Mio Keurig. I don't use Keurig. Do you drink coffee, right, Tom? So
yeah, I love coffee.
What coffee maker do you use?
I don't really use. I prefer espresso or like French press.
Oh, okay.
I feel like whenever I make French press, I always feel like I love seeing that oil at the top.
Oh,
and all the bean. You know what I mean? You get that fresh aroma. I love that stuff. Well, then the slow drip's not bad too.
Mm-hmm.
Regular pot of coffee with the filter.
I
so many ways to make coffee.
I have actually a couple of Keurigs, and they're both old as well at this point. I have a couple of Keurigs. I feel like I'm saying Keurigs, right? That is kind of how you say it, right? Keurig.
Yeah, the Keurig, right?
Yeah. You get self-conscious about it when you say it too much, right? But I just don't. I'm not a single cup coffee guy. You know what I'm saying? I need a pot. Just give me an effing pot of coffee, right?
That's why I think I like the French press a lot, because you can make a couple cups of coffee in it and drink it. You know what I mean? You drink one cup and you're like, oh, I wish I had more. And then it's nothing left. Gonna make a whole new cup.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, I've got people close to me that have coffee stations in their house, and that's fine. It's absolutely kind of cool to when I'm at their place, you know what I'm saying, to kind of play around with the different flavors, and you put a cup in there, and But when I'm at home, I like to just make a damn pot, and because I'll go through that first cup, and you know what I'm saying? And I want that next cup immediately. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to put the thing and take the thing out and put the new thing and put the make sure the water levels and I just want to pour another cup, you know?
Yeah. That first cup like gets to me almost where I need to be, and then that second cup kind of coasts me along.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
I baby it a little more the second cup because I already know where I'm at.
Yeah, I'm still in the shut up stage with the first cup. Like, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. You know what I'm saying? About halfway through the second cup, it's like, okay, you can talk. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
That's kind of where I'm at with the coffee, right? Like, it's like, you
Have
know,
you ever tried? I forget what it's called. It's a it's like slow drip coffee.
I tried,
I think I've spoken about it before. Like the slow, the how can I say
it,
this?
and it takes like 12 hours. It's basically like, what do they call that?
It's like it takes forever, but you literally get like every
Yeah,
dosage of caffeine out of that whole entire
yeah, and it's a
grind.
smoother taste, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, it takes it's basically an overnight thing. Like you put it, it's kind of French press, isn't it? It's kind of that sort of thing, isn't it? Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, it's more of like a filtration system almost.
yeah, I know
Like,
what
like
you're talking about.
I remember seeing it. You can buy them on Amazon. I forget it's literally
Mhm,
like a 2 feet high, and then the top it's like you put like ice cubes in cold water, and you
mhm.
let it. It's like a little slow
Well, it's
drip.
cold brew. It's cold brew, isn't it? I mean,
No, I think it's. Oh, I forget the name of it.
and you do it in your refrigerator or something like that. Like you.
No, this one you can put on the counter, and you just put the grinds, and then it's like you know how like on a distiller for a copper distiller for like a moonshine,
Yeah.
it has that glass like swirl. So like it, I can't. I mean, I'm not really educated on really speaking on it, but it's. I gotta. I'm gonna.
I can't think of the name either, but um oh, and then here's Tom's comment. Some nice sharp cheese, peppers, and
Oh
some
yeah.
warm bread and butter. Oh yeah,
Oh
baby.
yeah, babe. That's I know exactly what he's talking about with the Portuguese. 'Cause I am
Yeah.
Portuguese. I live in Portuguesville, so it's like you right outside. You get the bread in the paper bag,
Mhm.
nice and warm, crispy on the outside, moist on the inside. But you don't even put some cold. You can even put cold butter in there, and it melts real nice. It's a good time.
Oh yeah, that's right up my alley right there, man. Yeah. That's why I was saying I absolutely remember certain things about some of my favorite things about Germany were having some of that really good, that nice crispy on the outside bread and kind of soft and chewy on the inside. You know, it was just they had all these different breads and the smells in the morning that
Mhm.
would go around the little village type, just around the community there. You know what I'm saying? It was just
I,
incredible.
I imagine Germans take it a little step further. Because like when I think of Germany, I think of carbs.
Yeah,
They got a lot of
there's a
carbs.
lot of breads and yeah, there's a lot of breads and a lot of like potatoes.
Mhm. And we're playing around with their yeast and carbs. I tell you what, that one thing.
Yeah.
And that beer.
Hmm.
So what is like an experience at like a bar out there? What is their like normal snacks they have on the table?
Oh, I I'm
What
not
about
even going to comment on that because there's certain things about daily life over there. I mean, it's been 30 years, so I'd
yeah.
hate to. It's that's a whole lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Really.
Well,
So
how about when you were out there? Was it like pretzels or uh any
you
kind
know
of
what?
change? Yeah, you're right.
I,
Yeah.
I actually, I actually, Craig was saying it's almost 5 o'clock here. So there you
See?
go. There you
Exactly.
go. We're actually
We're
virtually.
accommodating. We're accommodating for the local times.
That's right. That's his time is our time. We're in the same room here.
Yeah.
So, it's 5 o'clock. So we don't have to say it's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 5 o'clock there, right?
Crack open a
Right,
beer there, boy.
right there. So you're drinking on his behalf, you know?
Yeah, I got to take it for the team. You know.
I mean, that's
You know.
how it works. And Eric says, absolutely, Craig. You know, that's how it goes. Hey, we have Kingdom Town, or are you in GMT, Kent? What he's actually
What a name.
in Kent, and that's why it took me a while to get that. But I used to call him Kent as well, but he's actually in Kent, so that's why he's Kent Beer Reviews. But his actual name is Craig. Yeah. He's Craig and Kent. And I think for a while I didn't care. I think I still called him Kent. I have a pint mug of coffee in the morning.
Crap.
A pint mug.
It's a lot of coffee.
That's hey. Well, this is kind of a pint.
Oh, that's true. I mean, yeah.
You know, when you think about it. So yeah. And I well hell, my metal coffee cup that has the lid and everything, that's 20 ounces.
Mm. Yeah, that is true. A pint sounds more than it really is.
Right. Yeah, because you say a pint and you're like, man, that's hardcore.
Yeah.
But to us, this is a cup.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's what's scary about United States. We don't really differentiate what a cup and a pint. And like when you go out to get a drink, I just had a glass. You know, it's like what's a glass and what?
Right. It's well, I think we do. It might even happen over there as well. You just don't think about it in certain ways. You know, if I telling you I had a couple of pints or probably 3 or 4 pints of beer, you're like, damn, son. Right? Some people might tell you. I mean, we might not, but you know, some people might tell you, holy crap. But if I told you I had 3 or 4 cups of coffee, it could be those cups of coffee could outdo it by a couple of ounces. You know what I'm saying? That could be 18 or 20 ounces of coffee out of whack, and no one thinks twice about it, right? Like, you know, no one will say anything about that. You know, it's a trip. And then Craig says, "Yep, GMT." Hey, we have Joey E. He's got to really be jacking some people up. Joey E. I like that.
He's in the locker rooms.
Yeah. Joey E. Yeah.
On the walls.
I like that. Hey, you got Joe D talking to Joey E. Oh yeah, that's kind of cool. Hello, gents. I never truly appreciated coffee until I had instant coffee from my MRE. It was that or more water. That coffee was a breath of fresh air. Yeah, absolutely, man. And the MREs nowadays, I've had a recent MRE, and compared to in my day, they had just came out with MREs. You know what I'm saying? They had got rid of the C-rats, and they came out with the MREs. And so, you know, we were kind of that first generation of MRE people in the service. And so in the 30 years, they've evolved the MRE, and they're better now. They're actually not bad. But yeah, we used to come out with all kinds of clever. You either got coffee or hot cocoa in your MRE, and you would come up with all kinds of clever ways of concoctions of mixing those things, and you'd like I even forget some of them. For some reason, I want to say you'd mix the cream with the cocoa and water and make like a little, I don't know, I forget how it all.
I see where you're going. You're making like a roux.
Yeah, you do all kinds of craziness with it. Like some people would take the beef patty and the pork patty would literally come as this just rice patty looking thing, and then you'd have to add water to it, moisturize it, and then it would turn into a beef patty. It was disgusting. But some people would just eat it like a cracker, which is, it's still kind of like, kids don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Just don't do that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah.
What is it? Some people don't want to take the time to heat up the MRE, so they just
Yeah, some people could give a rat's ass. Like they were like, I don't care. You know, and I'm, oh my God.
at
You know,
least enjoy it, right?
yeah,
At least
oh. So yeah, that's hilarious that he mentioned that because I forgot all about that. But yeah, you know what? Now that he mentions things like that coffee was a breath of fresh air, you know, coming out of his MRE. So I assume he did time in the service. Um, whether that be in America or in Britain or you know wherever you did your time in the service to service to your country, where a lot of service, you know, different services around the world use MREs now, right? You know, there was a lot of different things, habits that I have now that when I think about where they came from the service. Me eating hot sauce like Tabasco and that sort of thing came from the service. Um, I didn't really used to put hot sauce. Now when I think of hot sauce and I mention hot sauce, it's not salsa, it's Tabasco or Louisiana or you know what I'm saying, like the actual hot sauces. Um, I got that habit from the service. You used to get in your MRE a little Tabasco, you know, and you learned how to cover the flavor of whatever you're eating, man. You know what I'm saying? Just
you open it, you're like, this tastes horrible. I got some hot sauce though.
hot sauce the crap out of that stuff, man. You do not hot sauce it. Plug your nose, plug your ears, whatever you gotta do, man. Don't.
Oh man.
You know? Some of that stuff was horrid. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But you came
You
out
know
with all
what I
kinds
like?
of clever ways to do these things. Like you'd put some of the packets of whatever you would have, like on your, if you were in the field, you could put your packets on your Hummer. On your Hummer. Oh yeah, baby, put it on your
Oh
Hummer.
baby.
Heat it
My
up
back
on
in-
your Hummer. But you could put it on the engine. You know what I'm saying, of the Hummer and
Mhm.
warm it up. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, there you go.
Oh yeah, baby.
That's a good
Yeah.
time right there. Nice
Just
hot.
just put your packet right here on the Hummer, baby. I'll warm it up
Nice
for you.
hot, baby.
Yeah, we'll get that thing nice and hot.
Could be ready in no time.
Anyone watching F1 today? Wow. Yeah, is it? Are you an F1 fan, Tom?
Um, I mean, I definitely appreciate it, and I respect the people that drive the vehicles.
Mhm.
But I mean, it's not my daily lifestyle. No, I wouldn't say. I like it though. It's a good
Yeah.
time.
I have to admit, I've never been. Let me mute this. Sorry, in case I don't know if you can hear that, but
Yeah, it's like a slight.
let me turn this down. I have to. Football's starting, so I have to put on.
Football is starting. Who is playing today?
I have
Who's the Rams playing this week?
bye week.
Bye week. Okay.
Bye week, so I don't necessarily have to worry about it.
How about
Uh,
Arizona?
Arizona played Thursday. They got spanked by the Niners.
Oh, dude, the Niners. Honestly, I see the Patriots and the Niners going back to the Super Bowl once again.
Yeah.
I called it last year. I'll call again this year. It's Patriots Niners.
I actually, you know, to answer his question about F1, I've never really got into F1. The extent that I get into F1, and I know it's kind of the better racing league. I know this.
Mm.
It's got more money and all these sorts of things. It's a healthier league in general because it's much more supported worldwide. But I am just one of those NASCAR guys, and I'm even with NASCAR, I've been fading over the years. NASCAR has been slipping really, like it's been losing sponsors, it's been losing viewership. They screwed up. You know, a lot of the major net sports are starting to want to go on cable, and they're getting off of over the air sort of free TV where you could just watch them with your rabbit ears sort of thing. And in my opinion, it sucks, man. I have my rabbit ears right here, off camera. You can't really see it, but I'll See that black thing? That's my antenna. It's literally that close to me. It's right there. And that allows me, I'll share the screen with you real quick. That allows me to watch my TV anywhere. So right now, there it is. That's my antenna. I can show it to you.
Oh, you can watch it right on your
It's on.
computer
I
also.
can watch it on any device. So I don't have my antenna locked in to my TV. You know what I'm
So
saying?
what do you get? What do you get? You get like the first like 20 channels.
I
Something
get
like
every
that.
single over-the-air antenna channel. So in my area, oh, I can, according to antennaweb.org, I can get, I think 101 channels, 102 channels, but I
Oh, for free?
only, yeah, over the air.
How much was that antenna?
What?
Like
Let me show you. I'll give you an idea. Okay. Now this is HD Home Run. Do you see it on the top of the screen up here? HD Home Run on top of here.
Yep.
This is what I bought. It's a little device. Okay. It's not much bigger than your phone. It's just shaped like a square. It's
Mhm.
pretty small. It has 2 tuners in it. They have some that have 4 tuners. 65 bucks. 65 bucks. You might be able to get one that's renewed, save a few dollars. You might be able to get one that's used and save even more money. There's nothing really you do with it. You just, it has 3 things that plug into it. One of them's your antenna. Another one's your Ethernet, right? Your Ethernet cable. And the other one's the power. That's all that plugs into it. You plug your Ethernet cable into it. And I have mine plugged into my switch, right? I have a 5-port switch that sits here off camera as well.
Mhm.
I have that switch plugged into the wall because I have my modem that's built into the house here in another room, but
Mhm.
I have that hardwired directly to here where that switch plugs into. So it's basically via the switch plugged right into my modem, which
Mhm.
goes into my whole home network. So I can basically watch it on any device. When I'm not home, I can be in Boston right now,
Mhm.
grab my phone and look at my local antenna on my phone, wherever I'm at.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So the HD Home Run is an awesome buy. And that's why I went that way. I was like, you know what? All these channels are available anyway for free. You know, why pay for it, man? So
How much was that antenna?
this antenna is a pretty good antenna. I'll give you another
Yeah.
look at it real quick.
Yeah, it looked like a pretty nice antenna.
It's a pretty good antenna. It's an indoor or outdoor antenna. Now, they do recommend, anybody that is into this stuff will recommend that you do it outdoors. It's not as good indoors.
Mhm.
If you don't like the looks of it outdoors, you know what I'm saying? It's not a bad looking antenna, and it's
No.
not super huge. It's about this big. It's about yay big, and then that other part goes about yay far, but it's not a horrible looking antenna. It should be outdoors. I'll tell you right now, I would get probably a few more channels if it was outdoors, but I get
It,
enough. For me,
yeah.
enough.
It's
And
probably more consistent being indoors, right? Because like
it,
you don't have to deal with wind. You don't have to deal with like.
it's more inconsistent indoors.
You think so?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, because you're blocking signals. So there's sometimes when you're not getting
Oh,
you're better in more direct sight or in your attic. Like some
mhm.
people will mount them in your attic. So if you can't mount it outdoors, then like on your on your roof, then you want to mount it, and if you have trees in your area, then you can put it on a long pole, you
Mm.
know. And some people do that. They'll buy a 10-foot pole and then they'll mount it on top of the 10-foot pole on the roof.
Mm.
But some people don't like that look. I get it. You
Some
might,
people don't even put it on their roof. Some people like put it in their front yard and just put, like you said, on a pole.
yeah,
Just, you
you
know what I
could,
mean?
exactly. As long as it has a clear view. Yeah, you could do the same thing like you do with your antenna dish. Like some people
Mhm.
mount their dish actually on a side wall on the side of their house as long as it faces south. Now, I think it's antennaweb.org, I think is the website. There's a few of them that you put in your zip code and it tells you how many channels you should get in for your area and where the antennas are at, and color codes them so that you kind of can get an idea of what kind of antenna you should get.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because some of them only do like 30 miles, 20
Right.
miles.
Yeah. So, you might be like me. I live in Phoenix. So a lot of these antennas aren't but a few miles away. So I don't need to necessarily buy 100-mile antenna. You know what I'm saying? And that's why for me this works, quite frankly,
Yeah.
because I'm
You might be one of the lucky ones because, like you
Yeah.
said, there's so many different providers in your area.
Yeah.
For me, I think a 30, 40-mile radius would get me like the locals, like probably 20 something channels, probably nothing crazy.
Yeah.
I feel like in your area, there's more stuff going on television.
So, some people will take a pole and mount 2 antennas because they have a certain amount of antennas that they need to receive from to get certain channels, and then other antennas that are facing a whole nother area. So they'll mount 2 antennas on it, and there's ways to do that, and then you'll get most of the channels in your area, and then you split down into one, and then you can still get all those channels into one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's very cool. But the point to me was, once I bought the antenna, I got really lucky, saved over half off of this antenna. This antenna was regularly running about $70. I scored it for like $30. It was $27 at Lowe's. I had to buy it online and pick it up immediately, but I scored it. They were trying to blow them out a while back. So, but in any case, whatever the antenna cost, and then the home run, the HD home run, I bought those 2 things, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's my total cost. So every week, every month, every year that goes by from now on, that cost goes down because I'm not paying anything now. And you see the quality. Let me share the screen with you again, because
it looks perfectly fine.
Look at the quality. And then this app is free. So once you have the HD Home Run, you download the HD Home Run app, and when you click on it, you see the channels on the side here. So these are my local channels. So let me just try to scroll through them one by one. Look at all the channels. This is all the channels in my Phoenix area right here. Look at that. I'm still going.
Wow.
Look at this. I'll go a little faster. Look at all these channels. Now, it's a very basic app. The minute you open it, it's playing, right? And so that's the end of my channels. I get
someone that's stuck in their ways might take a little longer
to
get used to it, right? If you're tech savvy like yourself, or
it doesn't take, I mean, anyone can operate this. It's pretty simple stuff. Like, this is HSN, for Christ's sake. Look at that. And then it's built in, so the minute I mute it, it starts doing the thing on the screen. Like,
looks horrible. It looks like some. It's horrible.
You know,
it's like at the bottom, it's all dirty. They're trying to. Oh, never mind.
I know. You know. Yeah.
Jesus. Please wipe it down. Come on, guys.
I know, right?
Well, you're trying to get $400 and.
It's Laurel and Hardy here. I mean, it's pretty cool. Like, some of these stations just kind of take some time to get, but this is all free, man. This is all over the air. Like, it comes in really well. I've been really happy with the quality of, look at that. Look how fast that is, man. It's like,
that's pretty awesome, because they're getting a little ridiculous on their pricings.
Yeah, and the thing of it is a lot of people are starting to figure out, we don't know what TV's free, man. What am I paying for this? To me, the way I look at it is, why are you paying for commercials? It's a racket. They've got us believing that we need to pay, so they're double dipping. In other words, you have major corporations, major companies, even small companies buying airtime. Right? They're paying the networks to be on their network for commercials, right? Sponsorships, right? They're paying for those commercials. And on the other side, hey, they started these cable companies, and the cable companies getting the money from the commercial spots and getting you to pay for a subscription to watch it.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So they've become these incredibly wealthy, corporations now that are
Mhm.
incredibly powerful because they've got money coming in left and right, literally.
And then the only reason that they're paying for those advertising is because they're getting so many hits on that one show or something like that, or that whatever it is, or whatever, however long period of time you're on that time of the day. Yeah, and we're paying to do it. We're paying to. It's
So that
ridiculous.
people think they're cutting the cord and they're going to pay for the streaming service. Well, that's the same thing. You're still
Mhm.
paying them, right? They've repackaged this into a streaming service, and we're still paying for it.
Yeah.
And they're raising the prices, not even little
like
by
they-
little. They're raising the prices every couple of months, another $5, another $10. So now you're up to $55 for your streaming service now.
Yeah,
When this
it's
is free.
true. And
This
now,
is completely free.
now they're fighting against our rights for their internet now. Like, it doesn't make any sense. I feel like in 20 years they're not going to want us to do anything on the internet unless like it's under their command. Like in China, you can't go on anything. You can't go on. I don't believe you can go on YouTube in China, can you? Or Google.
Well, yeah, China's
Google
very,
can.
very, very
China's
restrictive.
crazy.
Yeah, very restrictive. But it's pretty cool that you're able to to do this sort of thing. So, and now you can subscribe now. I think HD Home Runs, and they're a really, really tiny company. They're very once you start checking out these antenna things and how to actually integrate your antenna into your network, you're going to find out that HD Home Run is the big boy on that block. But they're a very tiny company. They've been doing this for years now. I think they're 6 years or so, something like that. They've been around the block. So their stuff is solid. It just works. So they offer this program, this app for free, right? So you can put in the HD Home Run, download the app. As you can see, I have it on my Mac. I have it on my app. No, not on your Apple TV though. But I have it on my iOS devices, so my mobile devices, my iPad, my iPhone, but not my Apple TV. On my Apple TV, you have to pay for an app to stream it. Now, there's another solution on my Apple TV, but that's the only one. I have it on my Xbox. I have it on my Amazon devices, so my Fire TV stick, all those sorts of things. I have this Fire HD Home Run app. Now, for $35 a year, mind you, that's pretty cheap. It's like 35 or 37. It's under $40, let's say, a year. You can buy their recording service so that you can record shows and watch them later. I have Plex. I use Plex. So Plex also integrates with HD Home Run. I already pay for Plex. That is a paid part of Plex, but I can record any show through Plex. So I watch on my Apple TV. I still watch my antennas, but through Plex. You know what I'm saying? So that's one way to work around it with my Apple TV. So I watch my live TV on my Apple TV through Plex, which is, if that's not too complicated, but that's the way I get that done. But it's pretty cool. And I'm able to record and do all those sorts of things. And then Plex takes it a step farther by, if you record something, you can have it automatically take the commercials out and everything. It's awesome, man.
Oh, that's awesome.
Plex is so badass. I love Plex. I talk about it constantly in conversations, maybe not on online as much, but I love Plex. I can't speak highly enough about Plex. It is awesome. I use it for a lot, so it's pretty cool.
Hey Joe,
But
I think I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna
okay,
go
man.
to local taquita and get some Mexican food. Knock
Oh
it off.
yeah, and I got to watch some football and stuff too. So
Hey, there
hey,
you go.
thanks for jumping in, Tom. Appreciate it,
Good
man.
seeing you, man. You have a good week.
All right, peace out. So that was Tom there. Appreciate him jumping in.
Oof.
Let me cover a few more of these comments and then we'll get out of here. Oh, Hobzine, man. I'm a good friend of Craig, but call him Kent as he wind up. Okay, man, that's good. That's good. What up, Rob? And then I don't live far from Kent. Oh, okay. So all you guys kind of are pals or something like that. Yeah, at least are familiar with each other. That's cool. Um, I'm on a can of paper rocks paper rock scissors a DIPA from Siren. Oh, I'm gonna have to look that up. Let me look that up real quick. Let me go to Untapped. Let me check that out. Rock, paper, scissors. Let me see. That should be rock, paper, scissors. You said, yeah, Siren. Okay. Rock, paper. There it is. Yeah, Siren Craft Brew. Cool. Yeah, let's check this out. Let me reshare the screen here. Show everybody what we're looking at here. There we are. So rock, paper, scissors, man. Siren Craft Brew. Collaboration with Northern Monk, an IPA, a double IPA, an Imperial IPA. 3,800 total on here. 280 in the last 30 days, 8.5% ABV, and a 405, man, a 408, 4.08 bottle cap rating. That's very solid, man. Sometimes you just can't choose between two beer names, and that in itself presents a better one. In the spare time, oh, man, I am all blah, blah, blah. In the spare time we had away from playing rock paper scissors with Northern Monk, we brewed this juicy tropical fruit hop bomb. Play you for it. So let's see. Let's take a look at this one, man. This one sounds interesting here, especially with that rating. Gotta love the name. Look at that beer, man. That looks fantastic. Like the labeling on there, absolutely. That's a cool glass. Yeah, I like the labeling on there stuff. Cool glass, another cool glass. Man, I love good glassware, you know what I'm saying? Here it is. Good look at the label and everything. You've got what? Citra, Chinook, and Azeka. I think we've seen that one before. Azaka or something. Interesting. Thanks, man. Thanks for sharing that with us. That's pretty cool. Um, I'm Kent from Craig's Beer Reviews. There is two different pints in Canada, the Crown and the 473 milliliter or 16 ounce. Interesting. Okay, so the Crown, I would assume the Crown would be more than a 16 ounce. So and that makes sense because with different measurements, there's going to be a different definition of what a crown of what a crown is, of what a pint is. So a pint, and I would assume it would be the same way where Craig and Rob and all his pals are at. I would assume it would be the same thing. And Eric says, "Getting hungry, man." Yeah. How much was the HD home run? They run about 60, $65, something like that. Let me do a search for the HD home run. But they're awesome little devices. Like I say, they silicone dust. Yeah, here's one with the 4 tuner, And this one's they have them at Best Buy as well. Here's one with the 4-tuner. That one looks like it's $150 right now at Best Buy. So if you have a Best Buy in your area, you might be able to pick one up right now. And I'm looking at a 2-tuner one on Amazon for $68. Here's another one, and I don't know why, but it's $250. That don't sound right. That don't sound right. Yeah, and just in case you're wondering, here's some of the questions people ask. Does HD Home Run require a subscription? HD Home Run now offers a way to record those broadcasts directly through its existing apps. All you need is a media server, be it a PC, a NAS box, which is a network attached storage box, or an NVIDIA Shield TV. If you don't know what those things are, then just Google it, look into that. But you'll need some sort of way to, they can set up the downloading for you, but you need some sort of way to put that information onto. So you'll need an external drive or something to record to, right? Because now you're the one hosting everything. So for $35 a year, they have a DVR service, which is the cheapest that I know of out there, period. If you want to record on YouTube TV, it costs you, more than that a year. Even on Plex, for Christ's sake, Plex offers, I think it's Plex is $20 a month. Of course, you're going to get a lot more things than just being able to record, but because I pay $20 a month for Plex, but it also gives me a thing for title and so on and so forth. But if you want information on it, just go to YouTube, like you're on right now. It might even have video. I have no idea what's in Facebook, so I'm always going to reference YouTube. That's where I come from. The platform that I come from is YouTube. So I just would go to YouTube and Google, just type in the search for HD Home Run. You'll find a ton of video on it. It's fantastic because once you buy the equipment, that's it. You're done forever. I mean, so to me, some of the, I don't really like the way the antenna looks outdoors either, but I am eventually going to mount this outdoors. Just I got lazy and haven't gotten around to it. And every weekend that I keep thinking, okay, I'm gonna do it this weekend, and every weekend something keeps popping up and makes me put it off for another weekend. But I'm gonna get to it because it will be more consistent at night or sometimes during the day, whichever. And then during certain weather and stuff like that can affect my signal, and it would be way more consistent. I am in the Phoenix metro area, so I do, I do get really good signal because I'm just 7 miles or less away from antennas, from the big TV antennas in my area. So I am fortunate I can put an antenna like this indoors. Now I tried one of those. I do, and I don't have it around me right now, but I did have one of those little square, real flat antennas that you can stick to your window. It was a piece of junk. Some people can do really well there, man, with those, but I couldn't. This is a 70-mile antenna, something like that, but it does really well. So that answers that about the. Oh, and Eric says a crown pint is an imperial pint. I'm looking that up. I'm super curious about this stuff. Imperial pint. Wikipedia. Let me see. Let me see what they say. Because this is because a pint in the UK is bigger than a pint in the US. the British imperial fluid ounce is equal to 28.413 milliliters, while the U.S. customary fluid ounce is 29.573 milliliters. The British imperial pint is 568.261 milliliters. 20. God, that's all they had to do. Okay, so the British imperial pint is 20 ounces. God bless. Why didn't they just say that? While the U.S. pint is 16. Okay, so it's 4 ounces more. Why don't you just say that? Oh my God. But for some people, all that exactness is very important. So for me, all I need to know is it's 4 ounces more. And that'll stick in my head. So I will be able to remember that, yeah, 4 ounces more. So yeah, that makes sense, man. I mean, certain things are bigger than others, and as far as, because some are on metric and some are we're on standard. So oh, there he goes. And his very next response was 20 ounces. Thank you. Hey, we have Neri in here, man. Hey, what up, man? I haven't seen Neri in quite some time. I'll put a link in case Neri wants to jump in there. Who knows, man? We haven't seen Neri in quite some time. So and I've been on here long enough where it's 10:30, but we know it's past 5 o'clock where Craig's at. So, and where Neri's at is past 5 o'clock. So we're allowed to have a pint now. I can have a pint on his behalf, which is cool. So, and I'm still watching football behind the scenes here. So, I'm not missing nothing here. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what's cool about this, man. I can still be watching football, and so right now I'm watching Kansas City, and no, I'm not. Why am I not watching Kansas City? What game are they showing here? What's going on? They're supposed to be showing a game. Why are they not showing a game? Oh, Philadelphia and Chicago. Oh, because of the time. See, I'm used to. See, that's the problem. We don't change time, but you guys do. So now, instead of the game starting at like a little after 10 in the morning for us, now they start at 11. I forgot. Okay. So we're going to have Philly and Chicago on Fox. Yeah, now the games come on later. This is interesting. Okay. So we're going to have Philly and Chicago. Let me see here. Let me put that back in here. What? Come on. Go back in. What are we doing here, man? Come on. What are we doing here, man? What are we really doing here, man? Let me see. Where is I know this is really good. What the? Where's my CBS? Oh, there it is. Yeah, this has got me all jacked up. Okay, I am used to the games coming on at a particular time, and now they're not. So this is, and I'm just realizing this right now. So let me see. So what's coming on CBS here? The Cardinals played, and the Rams have a bye. And the Cardinals played. Usually, if the Cardinals aren't playing, then locally they will show someone in division. But you've got the Rams, the Cardinals, Niners, and the Seahawks were all in the same division. So usually that's who you watch, is someone in your division. But since the Rams are on a bye, so you're not going to see them. The Cardinals and Niners already played this week, so you're not going to see them. So you could only see the Seahawks. So I don't know what time they're playing. Looks like the Steelers and the Colts. So it looks like we're getting the Steelers and the Colts here at 11. Okay. I could deal with the Steelers and the Colts. Let me see. Steelers and Colts. or who did I say was coming on Fox? It was Steelers and the Colts, or let's see here. Chicago and Philly. Yeah. Oh, come on, man. You're killing me. Chicago's just looking awful, aren't they? I mean, they're really disappointing, man. Their kickers. What's going on with Chicago's kickers, man? You know? Oh my God, those poor people. What is happening? Eric chimes in here again. There was a Canadian pint that was a quarter of a beer. The term is slang, rare now. Oh, a quart of beer. Oh, there was a Canadian pint that was a quart of beer. Wow, a quart. And is that, I wonder, was that equivalent to an American quart? Because, damn. Well, that's kind of like a liter, wouldn't it be? A quart. Yeah, a quart's similar to a liter, isn't it? Like, how many ounces in a quart? So you've got 48, and how many ounces in a liter? I'm not sure. It's kind of similar, isn't it? Is a liter just a few ounces short of a quart, maybe? Here he says already wasted here, man. Yeah. He says it's 6:37 and already done, son. That's hilarious, man. Yeah, well, it's like 10:41 my time right now. Um, yeah, you'd hate to be done at 10:41 in the morning. You know, it happens sometimes. Sometimes by noon you're toast, right? You're already taking your nap. Like you're just done, and then you wake up and it's like 6 or something in the afternoon. Like it's 6 in the evening, and you wake up and you're like wide awake. You're like, oh man, this is awful, right? I gotta remember not to get drunk. Eric says blackout. Yeah, you hate to get drunk. All this TV antenna talk from somebody asked about F1. Who was it? Oh, it was um, uh, Kingdom Town, Kingdomton. So um, I'm more of a NASCAR guy. I hope I answered that one, but I just am more of a NASCAR guy. Well, I don't really need to be watching this, do I? I'm expecting football to be on, and it's not. So, see, your guys' time change affects me too, even though we don't change. Like your TV changes, so now stuff is coming on later. I'm used to it coming on earlier. Ah, this is ridiculous. Yeah, this is ridiculous. That's cool though. So there was a Canadian court. But it was a Canadian pint, but it was actually a quart of beer. I'm gonna look that up too. Canadian pint. Canadian pint versus American pint. Okay, but that's still saying. Let me see. Yeah, let me show this. Let me show so you guys can see what I'm seeing here. So I'm going to Wikipedia here. Oof, look how small that print is. What are they doing? They're killing me here, Smalls. What are you doing? Let me see here. All right, let's make this where we can see it. Imperial pint. Blah, 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 blah. I don't think they quite get what we're talking about here, huh? So 2 pints. This is one. So two pints in the UK. So I would imagine that's equivalent to our half gallon of milk. So this is a milk jug. So pints are commonly used alongside metric labeling for milk in the UK. This is from 2018. So 2 pints of milk, I would assume, would be equivalent to our half gallon of milk, right? But those pints are actually bigger than our pint. So we don't call it 2 pints of milk or that, because that wouldn't be much. Because that would outdo ours by, now you're talking 8 ounces. So that's pretty much a full serving of milk. Because I think 8 ounces is a serving of milk, isn't it? Here. This is all kind of interesting. Thanks for sharing this stuff. I appreciate it. Let me see. French Court, which is a metric liter of beer, like 32 ounces. Oh. So a French Court. So that's what it's really comparable to, that Canadian pint or French Court, right? I would assume is roughly the same thing. This is all interesting to me. I mean, it getting down to something, getting down to is a French Court safe? No. I think it took this a different way. French Quarter. So it's referencing, it's thinking I mean quarter, but no, I don't. I mean, well, Eric already answered it. It's 32 ounces. I just thought I'd look it up, but yeah, Eric already answered it. It's 32 ounces. So, and ours is 48, right? So I'm pretty sure our quart. US liquid chart, yeah. Oh, okay. So our quart equals a pint in the UK. Okay, so that quart that I was just showing, that 2 pint, or wait, a pint. Yeah. But anyway, that thing that I was showing a minute ago is equivalent to our quart. Okay. This is interesting. All right, quart of water. $64 ounces. I suck at math. All right. Yeah, I suck at math. I'm just horrible with it. Used to be in large brown bottles. Would that be, let me see. Oh, okay. This is all pretty cool stuff, man. The differences between what our different countries do, what our different regions of the world do, how we get the things that we consume, the liquids at least that we consume. It's interesting to me. Different parts. I mean, we call one of my favorite things is, in some of your countries, you guys know these things as measured when it comes to your nutritional values, call things energy. and where we refer to them as calories. And I love energy better. I think that is way more positive. So instead of something having 500 calories, it has 500 grams of energy. That's so much better, isn't it? Like this cookie would have two of these cookies would have 140 grams of energy. I love that so much more, man. That to me is great. Yeah, Eric says looking up old slang terms on Google is rough. Yeah, it is, man. Google's not quite all up to speed on the they're not all knowed up on the slang, man. They need to get hip to the slang. That is awesome, man. Hey, thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it, man. Haven't done one of these in quite a while, where we just kind of have some coffee. I already drank mine now. This is the last little sip of mine, but I got to get back to cleaning up a little bit here and getting ready for the rest of my week, man. So thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate it. Good seeing you guys too, by the way, man. Eric and Neri, haven't seen Neri in a while. Good hearing from you, man. Even though he's already done, he's already toast. Hey, well, at least you'll sleep good, you know. But yeah, good hearing from you guys. And Joey, yee, good hearing from you. Craig, we'll see all you guys, man. Peace out.